And we are live. Checking 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I should just share this maybe. Cool. People are actually buying on Luna. Now look at this. This is still on Bittrex, right? Look at the W and the breakout. If you bought the bottom of Luna at that's like 0.2 cents, right? You would be up quite a lot. How much is that? Almost 10,000% gains. How ridiculous is this market? People should stop buying this, but either way. In fact, Luna traded on Bittrex for the first time. I traded this throughout the bull market on this BTC pair, but exited on December. Of 21, or was it the start of 21? It was the first peak of Bitcoin, where Richard Hart called the top, we dumped, and then we exited the market. Either way, it's done for. Look at this rebound though. Okay, so let's just quickly check out the Bitcoin chart over here. Oh, we've broken out quite significantly now. I've got this little trade over here. It's been in profits quite a lot, but what I did was, I can actually remove it. This was this little M over here on Bitcoin. And I shorted it from here with a take profit over here. It was all the way to 50% profits. Just a 5% trade over here, so there's not so much to lose. But either way, Bitcoin looks pretty darn weak, right? We've continued lower, and this bounce has been pretty horrific, right? In fact, that's a little hammer candle over there that's formed, and yeah, the bounce has been suspect as hell. So I thought maybe we'd come up a little bit, but maybe to the 34 or the 35,000, but not much has happened there. Over on Hex chart, now the sell-off, remember I told you in the last video, the market is not, or the Hex market is not gonna like another postponement. Though we know it's not a postponement, there hasn't been a specific date set, although tomorrow is specifically, I think, exactly the middle of the month. How many days does May have? But what is good to see is that we have, what is this one over here? It's 11 cents. So the low was defended, so it's still in an uptrend, and both of these, all of those lines are valid. Let's just check. I just want to see what the volume is like. Okay, it's fine. We got to the 61.8 most likely. So yeah, that was the top perfectly. Came down quite violently. Once again, you can, if this was the bottom, you can, what is this again? You can just see where our next target is if this low is defended, right? But with if BTC dumps, that's all the way to 25k. If it holds. But on the daily, the RSI, it's got a lot of room to find its bottom. But I must say that the HEX and the BTC pairs and the ETH pairs are incredibly insane. Let's look at, okay, so this is the USD pairing. This isn't, although if you want to look at it at the long-term trading view is fine. Uniswap.vision for version 1, uniswap.hex.vision for version 1, if you want to get the big picture. This is where you'll put your log scale on and do your long-term analysis. Pretty much all of these trend lines have been broken. Let's extend this line to the right. Either way, it's broken down. It's acted as resistance, so it's quite cool to come back and look into that. We'll keep this in or on the chart and see what happens. I want to change this color to, okay. This uptrend looks even better on here. Okay, we'll not go that far, we'll keep it nice and clean. So this is your long-term range. I mean, our RSI is, yeah, never mind. Let's look at the ETH pairing versus Bitcoin. Excuse me, the ETH pairing versus HEX. This is the daily. Let's check the log off so we're not that confused. So this is the best chart in crypto versus the ETH pairing, because this isn't lined up nicely. Let's just remove the downtrend. We can see that we've broken downtrends, right? There is not another chart altcoin that has held up quite as well versus Ethereum, and it's even better versus Bitcoin. It looks very much the same. This is a little cup and handle that's forming here. So either way, well, this is a very broad prediction. I tend to be right when I do these cup and handle predictions, but yeah, very beautiful bottom here, rounded bottom. So yeah, HEX versus Bitcoin is incredibly strong. I mean, let's just go look at, I'm just going to put up the general Fibonacci reload zone to see where the market is interested in this coin. We'll just reverse it so we can see the reload zones at the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the coordinates to 0, or the bottom one. That was the wrong one. close it quickly. So that gives us our reload zones. We can see that it respected the 78.6 level beautifully. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I mean, now let's look at all the other charts, all the other altcoins. Let's start with the top losers, with waves. So that was the 78.6 level, and we can see that it's defended it here, right? This just dropped right through. And you're probably going to want to wait for the 88.6 level, because this is your Wyckoff check down here at 1569 sats at the 88.6 level. Yeah, so I would say you have to break downtrends, but you had no market structure coming down. I mean, you fell like, you fell like a rock. AVAX, I think it was collateral in the whole Luna debacle. So, although it's doing quite well, Luna and this chart I remember held up quite well. Like it looked like it had its own bull run, but now it's understandable as I've learned a bit more about Luna, and it's pretty much just a Ponzi. A very stupid one that tends to fail a lot. And Dan Larimer created BitShares and Steemit. He used to create these things quite a lot, and they used to fail. So yeah, let's just see if this haven't been stopped out yet. Okay, let's hope it holds. Either way, AVAX looks, it's got some time to go. I don't want to say it looks good. I mean, it has a little bit of a correction to do. It's not far along as the others, but let's look at SHIB. SHIB collapsed from the last time we spoke about it, and this is versus wrapped Ethereum. You can see where value is at, right here in traffic. But don't be surprised, I mean, if it comes all the way down here. It's going to act a lot like Doge. It's this heartbeat bumps. You can sell off and it doubles all the way up. But although you're technically in the reload zone for the long term, where the little lady might put in a small percentage, it's better to wait for market structure to form, and even to take a trade or to put in the little lady's investment when it finally breaks this W over here, while it would still be in the reload zone. Or maybe there are a few other W's on the daily before it starts taking off that you can look for. So yeah, SHIB is still technically in its downtrend, right? Let's see what Hex did here. Yeah, we're like getting a little bit of resistance at the 61.8, but you can see this good market structure. We've been defending the lows all the way down. So there's few that look as good as this, that look like they've actually bottomed. We might come down to visit the breakout of the Wyckoff check down here. So maybe a little bit of consolidation. Maybe we crash with Bitcoin one last time, a capitulation with Bitcoin perhaps. That's Hex. Let's just go back to SHIB and all of those other things. Yeah, and as I said last time, it just doesn't seem like it's time yet, right? Amazingly for FTM, we've bounced off of the 88.6 level. Can you believe it? How far we've come. And I participated in this coin. I mean, there's an old video that's obviously been deleted now of me talking about it down here. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, so definitely one to look out for in the next bull run. Like, I mean, these things deserve like a very small percentage of the little old lady's portfolio. And this is not financial advice, so this is simply what I'm doing, right? Uniswap. Massive downtrend, right? Like last time I said, it looks absolutely horrific. It just has so much more room to go. It's almost retested the lows. Now this was airdropped to everyone, right? It has no value proposition that I think I know of. I'm not even sure if you can earn uni token from staking. I'm not, or liquidity providing. But yeah, it's come all the way down, and you pretty much want W's to form on the other side with higher lows, with the market defending every low, right? That's just the market telling you that there's buyers defending each one. Yeah, and I mean, if you compare X to these things, to the other altcoins, it's doing really well. And these were steep downtrends. Cardano as well, just getting stuck below this downtrend now. It's wonky, excuse it, because it was drawn on the weekly scale, but either way. Maybe let's just put on the volume and we can see maybe if there's been capitulation. If there is capitulation volume. That's not capitulation volume. I mean, you want to have a volume like you had back here, right? It's just been so yeah. Where can you look for targets? There's a breakout W over here, and then on the larger time frame just below the 88.6 level, but that's already been hit. There's another W breakout level over here, and I'm sure if you do an extension from somewhere from here, you'd probably find that this also points right into this pocket. So you can see this golden pocket that's been formed here. The 88.6 level, 2 Wyckoff checks, and the 2.618 extension of this little trading zone that we created over here. So yeah, Cardano is in for a little beating, but that's fine. I mean, this market has been absolutely ridiculous, right? The NFTs and just everything, it's been. And once again, we have a Bonzi crashing at the top. Like worse than BitConnect's crash. Literally the chart looks worse, and when there's people are making a lot of money on these bounces, like a 9% bounce, imagine that. Amisco, you can just see by the views of these videos as well recently. I mean, I'm going to be more consistent. This is going to be a daily show. And okay. OMG. Is this a new low? That is in fact a new low. Let's just see over here. 700. So not a new low on the macro, so that extension is not valid anymore, but this can go very, very low from here. Or that might have been the bottom. Yeah, so I'm not getting excited about these things yet. It still looks like Bitcoin needs to go down lower. Cosmos, absolutely wrecked. Yeah, all of these things have a little bit of more room to go. Link just getting absolutely destroyed all the way down to the 88.6 level. Yeah, Solana has, wow, in 1 week it's absolutely been, so this needs to go a lot lower, right? And I mean, there's so much space. It moved very, very quickly through these ranges, and I won't be surprised if it even comes down all the way down here to 3,650 sats level. I mean, that's the only market structure there is, and it's not even that brilliant. Solana. Let's quickly look at VeChain. Parts of the 78 new low. Yeah, all of the altcoins got pretty much wrecked. So yeah, Bitcoin, it's starting to create a nice little W on the 4 hour here. If it breaks out here, for 100, 40, there's the breakout level. Let's quickly cover Pulse, Doge, and Hedron. Pulse, Doge, obviously pumping. A beautiful W that's formed here, and off you go. Someone made a large purchase, 12k purchase over here, and a 10k purchase. Someone's accumulating Pulse, Doge. Yeah, so he's got 50k Pulse, Doge. Let's see. How large of a holder this person is. Can we see what is at 50k? Okay, let's just see how far he'll be on the holders list if he's over here. So he's 4th highest holder, and he just increased his holdings, right? Huh. Well done. Beautiful little W with inside the reload zone, and boom, off you go. But I'm worried to see what happens if Hex dumps, or maybe even if the market dumps. Would there be more? This is in fact a higher low, so this is very good to see. You've made a higher low. What would happen with the sell-off if this does break lower? Yeah, and that's obviously wouldn't be cool for the Pulse Doge holders. Right? But I mean, the market looks pretty darn weak. With Hex, this bounce, yeah, I can't say it's been bad. I mean, it's been pretty good. Let's just check on the Hedron chart. Excuse me, this is the Hedron chart. It looks a lot like X. And still lots of selling coming in on X. The bounce has been pretty good. I mean, that's almost a 2-cent bounce. Pretty much a 2-cent bounce. What's up, bro? I missed the beginning. Gonna rewatch after. Awesome, bro. I mean, the market is pretty boring. I mean, if you're pretty excited if prices are going down. The only good thing is PulseX. I mean, look at this. It looks really well. But yeah, I mean, check this tight range. It literally just broke out of here. And me being a fool that I am, I've obviously sold my PulseX. But either way, I needed to have a little liquid bag. Either way, what I've learned is that the last few days, if I do not have limit orders, I'm selling and I'm trading that shit. Like, it's a good how would you say, another good value proposition for Hex. I mean, literally, you just buy Hex and you stake it and you forget about it. No, this meme is lying in my wallet and I'm like, yeah, what can you say? When are you chatting B-Roots to a wrestling match? I'd pay to see that. Oh my goodness, dude. I shouldn't get caught up in drama. Like, I feel like over that. So, I mean, he's wrong, right? On many of the exchanges, but that's typical how those people work. Like, if you do not put the terms, like, you know, he's not a trader. Because he thinks he's a good trader, but he gets paid to promote coins, right? But I would probably do the same, because, I mean, imagine getting paid to Ethereum of the shit coin and then dumping on people's head. Like, I could imagine that that would be pretty hard to resist. I mean, look at all. No, this is called. This is one of the coins he promotes. He's probably not paid by it because I've read the manifesto, like he wants you to read. But this is going all the way to 151. That I'm pretty sure of. Yeah, whereas I actually made my money trading. Like, I did it live on this channel. And what's the other one? I'm thinking about what's the other coin. He's really into, yeah, the wrestling one. Wrestling MRI. The MMA one. But as Richard Hart says, you do not want to add friction to these things. It's already incredibly hard to, how do you say, crypto's hard already, right? To get a MetaMask, get your coins on it, and then to have to pay a large fee, right? Nobody wants to pay 30 to 40% fee to get into a coin. What is that? The trend is now 15%, right? These are new lows. I mean, this is not good to see. You might have to fill all of this area down here. But all of these coins do that. They die a small, slow death. It's exactly the same value prop, or I can't get the word. It's the same mechanism as SafeMoon, but with just less marketing budget and a smaller audience. I mean, right? SafeMoon was for all of the people that were DJing on their stimulus checks, and it was the meme season as well, so it was like perfect timing. Yeah, so they have a larger budget, a larger target audience, and all of them die as well. It's like a proof of weekends Ponzi contract. So yeah, I mean, but he's just a marketer. That is what he is, and he's a good one, obviously, because he has 20,000 followers. What do you use? What do you use? What do you mean? What do I use? I still haven't been stopped out. You guys might see me get stopped out on stream. Maybe we'll stream till I get stopped out on here. Sorry about that, I clicked on the wrong one. Buffo on the beat, let me know what you meant when you said, what do I use? So yeah, we've broken lows down here. Not good on MRI. Yeah, this is not a promotion, I do not hold this, I'm just looking at the chart. We look at charts here. So if you want me to look at any chart, please go ahead and chuck it there in the text box, and we can take a look at it. And while that happens, we can look at the 1 minute chart. I just want to see, can you believe that this thing is still pumping? Oh yeah, it's Dex Screener. Yes, dexscreener.com. I like this one because you can see every pair of that specific asset, and it also shows you the liquidity down here and when you search it here. We've looked at Hedron. Pulse Doge still pumping as my heart breaks because I do not have any. No, I have not participated at all. It's very much delisted everywhere. I have an account on Bittrex. It's still trading on Bittrex, but I mean, how do you like 8,875% gains in one day? No, I mean, where do you enter this, eh? This is like literally the definition of catching a fallen knife. And people have lost millions. I mean, you're on Twitter quite a lot because, man. So you've probably seen Mooncall, how much money, and even KSI. Yeah, just ba 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 ba. I think KSI lost like $3 million trying to chase this, eh? But now obviously they've gotten it. But there is one way, and it's, if you follow me on Twitter and you watch me on Twitter, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. And if I put on the line chart, you can see the little symbol there. And the important thing is you just need higher lows and you can trade. So if you could have been watching the chart like very closely, boom, waiting for that W to form. And there you have it. You have your higher low, and you only could have technically taken it here at 76. It's still a lot. How much is it from here to up there? It's still a 400% move. But I mean, how do you catch that bottom? It's pretty much impossible, right? Look at mana rebounding. Okay, so let's look at some of these other altcoins. What the hell? Mana is Decentraland. This is the almighty meta meme, the Facebook meta meme. And that started that second bull run. Was it this that started that second bull run in Bitcoin? Probably not. Either way, the market is not yet bottomed, I feel. Maybe it happens tomorrow or on the 16th. I have a sneaky suspicion it might be then. Let's quickly look at the moon charts. It's still going, guys. Fuck off. No. Is he done buying yet or not? What's he selling? He's selling his Hedron. This is someone else accumulating. Why do they always do it like this? These guys are working together to pump this. Yeah, no. The thing is, at the end of the day, it's such a small percentage of my overall portfolio, but you get so darn attached to these freaking things. It's so freaking emotional. I hope some of you have this coin. Otherwise, I still don't think it's good going along here. But they got it at value. You know, this is why this green box is pulled up here. You know, it's not here for just to look pretty, right? This is called the reload zone for a reason. This is where the professionals go long. So yeah, and you can see how tight they accumulated it here. Bum, 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 bum. And then when their mark or their limit orders don't get set, and they keep on adjusting it, they're like, screw it, I'm just going to market buy it. And there you go. Another big buy. Fuck, no. Either way, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something. It's probably because Bitcoin is having a little pump now. Do play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked. I'll see you guys if PulseChain launches, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers for now and bye bye.